Hi, welcome to another edition of Houston to LA. I'm Patricia Tone, and my topic today is don't let people talk you out of who you are. Don't let people talk you out of who you are. You know who you are, and God told you who you are and is. And don't let people talk you out of that. As I've been going through some of my old photos, old footage, and I'm looking at myself and I'm sitting here saying, wow, just wow. Because you know how we are. We think we are not attractive. We think we are too fat. We think we're too this, we're too that, we're too ugly, we're too funny looking, we're too awkward, we're too this and that, right? Everybody is. Everybody is. But one thing I'm happy about is that even though I was teased like most people all of my life about my appearance, I never really let it stop me from being confident in the person that I know I am, right? Because thankfully I had a grandmother, grandfather, aunts and uncles and all of that. And we didn't cry over somebody calling us ugly per se, or cry over someone talking about our appearance, because we weren't that superficial, right? We weren't that insecure. So as I think about all the people that I was around growing up, we never let people make us feel insecure about what dream or hope or goal that we had, right? And as I'm embarking back into the stand-up comedy arena, I realized that in looking at myself in some of this footage from the 90s, I am sitting here baffled and somewhat sad that I let the hustle and bustle of it in the beginning deter me from continuing down that path. Now, I might have had some corny jokes like everybody does in the beginning. And, you know, when you start a new job, you're trying to feel your way through. And when you're doing new things, you know, no one ever gets it right immediately. But what I realized is that I had the drive and the determination, and I had stage presence. And again, I'm really disappointed in myself to a certain degree that I let the negative side of comedy stop me from pursuing that career path. But let me tell you, baby, I's back. I am back. And one thing I realized again in looking at the footage and looking at all the people that I've met and the people that I've been around and the things that I tried to do for other comedians, you know, I realized that some of them, not all, some of them were in a sense intentionally trying to stop me from down that path, because I have the it factor. I'm just going to say that. I believe that in myself. Not that, I think I'm all that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I have that sparkle to do this career path, which is what I thought in the beginning, right? Or I wouldn't have never done it. And which is what someone else saw in me in the beginning, which is what I never even thought about. But once God sent that person to put that thought in my brain, it never left. And I immediately pursued it. So that's how, now looking back, that's how I know I was supposed to be doing this, right? I have a gift for making people feel good about themselves. That part I know. I have a gift for analyzing things and being funny about the way I analyze the things and break them down and talk about them and all of that. It's just something I've always had. And even when I was a hairstylist, I used to have other people's clients come sit on my side of the salon because they wanted to hear me talk and they wanted to hear me do my little, as they say, comedy commentary on the entertainment field. We used to have all the national publication gossip magazines in the salon, and I would just be in there talking about what I read or what's going on in the entertainment industry, as well as the political arena, and as well as real life, reality stuff. And they would just be sitting on my side, and there were a few stylists who would kind of get jealous. You could tell they were like, why you always sitting over here? Those type of people. Well, they sitting over there because they want to be by me. That's why. Shit. But my main message for young people, listen up. Listen. You hear me? You're listening. Do it. Don't think about it. You can't think about it. You can't really tell other people about it because it's for you. It's not for them. It's for you. It's for you and only you. Whatever it is, whatever that it is that God gave you, do it. And it may not necessarily be one thing. And that's what people don't understand. There are a lot of different things, a lot of different roads you're going to take that will make you end up at that one particular thing that you realize you like doing just a little bit more than all the others. And there might be some that you like doing equally as well as others. Do it. That means you're supposed to be doing all of it. That's what that means. The way you plan your days at work, and, they set them, schedules up on all that software. That's the way you can set your schedule up for your life. And that's how you can make it happen. And that's how you can focus on you. I had to realize that the energy that I was putting into other people, I had to start putting into myself. And so when I woke up a couple of days ago, after years of fighting what God told me to do to get back on that stage, it started when I started working downtown in 2018. It started in 2018 because I had just started the new job. And I was downtown and I was around this guy at work. He loved film and TV. And then this other girl and we would just be talking and laughing all day. And a few other people that I became real close with on that job, they were always like, you're so funny. You're so talented. You should be doing this or that. And I was like, yeah, I used to do comedy. You should do that. Yes, I see it. I see it. I see it. And so that's when God started putting the little teasers back into me, and I kept fighting. I kept fighting every idea he gave to me for social media. And now, all the years later, these people who are doing the same idea that God gave me, social media changed their lives, and I was afraid to do it. I didn't want to do it. And I regret it. I do regret it to some degree. But again, I know that timing is everything. It is everything. And right now, I know this is the perfect time for me to start getting back on stage. And not necessarily even getting on stage. Like I said in my other videos, I have a living room and a camera. And I'm just going to start practicing my jokes here at home. And I'm going to start putting them on social media because guess what? We have the internet. And when people want to book me for shows, they can go see me practicing at home. The jokes are going to be the same, but they're going to be better in front of an audience. Even though I'm going to get out, I'm going to go out, I'm going to go to some open mics. I'm going to not trip about that. But what I do know is I'm coming back. I'm back for stand-up comedy. I'm back doing what I love. I absolutely used to love it, sharing my thoughts and ideas and stories and jokes and things like that. And see, now that I know more now than I did back then. And so now I feel a whole different perspective about it. I have a whole new insight about me and my life and my stories and my deliveries and just things that I can share. But again, this video is to young people. Don't hesitate another day. Get your butt up and do what you're supposed to be doing. Get up and do it. Don't think, you cannot think. The moment you start thinking, you're going to talk yourself out of it. Just get up and do it. Get up and do it. Don't talk to other people. You have to have like an out of body experience. Don't think. That's what I have to tell myself. Stop thinking because you're going to overthink it. That's the whole thing. You're overthinking it. We overthink everything. You overthink everything. Get out there and do it. And now the thing that I've always wanted to do back then, which I can't even explain. Some of these comedians out here know. Some of them know who used to be around me a lot. My biggest thing was to get your own special. That used to be my thing. Oh, we could rent out a space or we could shoot a thing, a special, a show at this, event place, location and all of that. But nobody, if I tell y'all, nobody really wanted to help in that goal. None of them. None of them. So I look at some of them now and they're kind of in the same realm of where they were when I left 20 some years ago. And that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Now, a couple others, yeah, they've gone on and done some things. I even came back and helped a few of them, which, people don't give you credit anymore. And it's okay. I'm trying to be okay with that because I know God doesn't want whatever it is he has for me. Apparently he doesn't want that route for me. And I'm over that. I'm getting over that. I am really, really focusing on just doing what I was doing for everybody else. Now I'm going to do it for myself. That's how I can say it. I am going to do it for myself. And I am really so excited about this. I'm really excited. And I hope y'all go follow me on Patricia Tone Funny. That's my other channel. That's my stand-up comedy page. Don't wait, young people. Don't wait. Time goes by too fast. Don't wait. You don't have to do the things that you see everybody else doing, okay, to accomplish what God put in you. Because you're not everybody else. You're you. You're you. And only you can understand what God put in you. That's the thing that I can not express more than anything else. I can't express it more than anything else. And I sit here and I think about all the times that I would tell people I'm a filmmaker, right? And they would give me this strange look. And I never understood it, never understood it. And years later, I see them same people and they're telling me, "Oh, I'm a director now. I'm a da 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 da." And I'm thinking, "Oh, is that why you looked at me funny? Because I was doing something that you wanted to do?" And now that hurt my feelings because I would have been happy to share my knowledge, the little knowledge that I have about stuff with them because I considered certain people friends. But when you realize these people, they're not really your friends. Some of them. I ain't gonna say all. I'm not gonna say all. Some of them are looking at you that funny way because they see the it in you and they want to be doing it. Y'all have to remember that. The person that's always on the negative side or, ooh, if this or if that, those are the people you gotta watch. Those are the people you gotta kind of just realize and accept the truth, the harsh reality that they're not on your side and they really not. It's something about you that they have an issue with. They have an issue with it. And you need to let them have that issue and move on with your life. Because the moment you keep focusing on why people this and why people that and I don't fit in here, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You're going to be lonely. It's lonely when you're in your lane. It's lonely when you're in your lane. But what I've learned, if when you're in your lane in that loneliness, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you won't realize you're lonely. I'm trying to tell y'all, when I'm in here setting this shit up, it might not be going right. I might, be in here stressing out. Your camera not calibrating right, the light not coming on right, and stuff ain't. But you're still doing what you're supposed to do because guess what? It's never easy. It's stressful, but that's what you're supposed to be doing. And what I learned in all the mistakes that I make here in the house, when I get out in the field, I know what to do because I'd already encountered it in the house because I've been in here practicing my setups. That's what I call it, practicing my setups. But when I'm out there in the field, like I'm working on this short film web series, when I go out there, if the wind not blowing like it was in that first episode, if that wind wouldn't have been blowing, baby, we'd have been in and out of there. That wind slowed us down by an hour or so. But if the weather is right, baby, I'm in and out of there. I don't play. I do not play because I sit here and I practice and I do research and I watch other videos and things to keep my mind refreshed on what I've learned. And that is the only way, people. That's the only way you better yourself. That's the only way your craft gets better is you practice, study it. You won't be lonely if you're doing what you're supposed to do. And God is going to bring all these other people at the right time to help you do what you need to do. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you what I know. I would have never got my inner writing jobs if I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. Doing my independent projects, doing my, even when I was doing stand-up comedy, both of those jobs that I had as a writer in the industry, I was doing independent work, my independent projects, which landed me professional national level jobs. So, I used to sit here and wonder, and look at people and they were like, oh, that's independent. Oh, it's beneath them. Them independent jobs that cost me $50, $100, $200, they got me national work, baby. national work. So don't let nobody minimize your beginnings. Don't let nobody try to insult you at the level that you're starting at. Because guess what? They not even started. And a lot of them, they don't want us to start so that we can be out of the picture. See, that's what I just realized the other day and looking at my tapes. Some of them wanted me out the picture because I made them nervous. I was competition to them, and I didn't even look at it as competition because I don't compete with anybody but myself. But other people look at us as competition. Don't y'all forget that. They are looking at you as competition, and if they could get you out the way, and prime example is all these people who had businesses on social media, and the bigger, larger companies came and bought them out, changed the ingredients, and got them people out the way. People want the competition gone. And if you can be strong enough and bold enough to say, F y'all, I ain't going nowhere, and you figure out how to keep yourself where you are to grow, to be bigger and better, you're going to be okay. If you gotta stand firm because the competition wants us gone. But see, this is what the competition don't know. We're going to come back around some kind of way, baby. We coming back around some kind of way. You might have us gone for a minute out of this area or that area. But people like us, we have more than one thing under our belt, and that's what they have an issue with. When you have more than one gift, and don't worry about it. If any of the people you know or come in contact with can be easily influenced in a negative way by somebody else, then you don't need them either. Because if they can only see and hear the negative from somebody else, even if they consider that person their friend, they don't know that their friend is a hater. That's what people don't understand. Half these people who are listening at their homeboys, their homegirls, they've been there for them for a long time. That person might be nice to them, but they a hater to the person with the talent. They're a hater to the smart person. They're a hater to the person that they consider their competition. So they're going to talk to everybody else to try to get that person against you as well. And guess what? You don't need them either. If they're that weak, you don't need them either. And what they don't realize is that in other conversations, that person, the first thing they do is say something negative about that person, that person think that they're their friends. I can't tell you how many people, as soon as I ask them about somebody or, get, an inquiry about them, there's a negative phrase that comes out first. Even if that phrase might be true to a certain degree, why do you have to lead with the negative? Why does the negative have to come out first? And then they go, oh, no, and the but, it's too late now. You started out with the negative. And a lot of times that negative is a lie. A lot of times that negative is like I say, the competition just wanting you to be eliminated and not around for them to have to worry about. But see, I grew up in Texas. I grew up in Houston around people that we don't give a damn what y'all say. Well, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what y'all say. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's what I want to tell you, young folks. Stop spending your money on stupid stuff. Spend it on what you're supposed to be doing. Spend it on what you are supposed to be doing. All right. That's all I have for y'all today. I'm finna go film my rehearsal number 2. And these aren't the rehearsals are rehearsals, but they aren't, I haven't rehearsed the joke. So it's a fresh off the dome rehearsal because I have the topic and I have the ideas and I'm just going off the dome. And then once I do it and play it back and look at myself, then I can rework them and alter here or there. And I'm going to repeat them. You're going to see some of the same material over and over because I'm working it out. Like they say, you work it out on stage. Y'all don't know, but comedians, they'll work it out on stage. They'll go to different cities and don't make no announcement. And they'll just sneak into the comedy clubs and do their new material. And then they'll do, maybe 10 spots, 10 clubs, 5 to 10, I'll say. And they'll work on their new material. And then what we see is the new special being aired on Netflix or HBO or Prime or whatever app that it's being released in. That is the aftermath of what I'm doing, rehearsing. But even though I'm not going club to club with audiences, and I'm doing it here in my living room first because of my situation right now, but I'm going to hit them clubs. Don't worry. I's coming. I's coming. All right, y'all. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to both of my channels. Leave likes, leave comments, and I'll see you next time.